Alright, so there's the Outpost. There's several cafes here, but this is my favourite. This is part 1 finished. Alright, so the second one is going to be from the Outpost Cafe to the Flying Bean. And according to this, it's 18 kilometres away to the Flying Bean. It's going to take me 20 minutes and we should get there at 9:28. We'll see. So it's 9:07. So to the left, Mount Tambourine, that's the goat track. We just came down in the first video. And we're going to go straight ahead. Alright, so we're going to turn right. Going straight ahead would take us to Nerang in the Gold Coast. We're going to turn right. And it's going to take us past Kokoda Barracks Army Base. I had 4 years posted there in my military career. Well, he's going left. So this is a sign that said back there Beechmont. And that's where the Flying Bean Cafe is, at Beechmont. 16 kilometres. The Flying Bean Cafe is just a little bit on the northern side of Beechmont. That's why it says 17. Okay, so the entrance to Kokoda Barracks is here on the left, Kokoda Barracks. And I was here in the late 80s, early 90s for 4 years. I had 2 separate jobs. First job I had was an instructor for 2 years, and the second job I had was in a building there doing administration. The building's gone, knocked it down. Now I was in there in that building for 2 years, my first 2 years, 88, 89, as an instructor. I was instructing junior officers, getting them prepared for promotion to the rank of major. These are all Army married quarters. These aren't too old. These are probably only, I don't know, between 5 and 10 years old, those. And there's also a golf course here. It's an Army owned, it's on Army property. I'll over and let this car go just here. There we go. So the turn off to the Army golf course, there's a sign here, golf course, Army golf course. Canungra Area Golf Club. It's in there, but it's actually on military ground owned by the military, or the government I suppose. But it's open to the public, anybody can go in there and play. You just pay your fees and away you go. I think it's even, membership is even open to the locals or public. So it's only 13 now to Beechmont, 24 to Binnaburra. Nice little caravan down here, caravan park, camping, down here on the right, this side of the creek. I'm going to stop down here and just check to make sure that the GoPro's still going. Yeah, there it is. Sharp Park. Okay. So I can always tell that one's going because the red light flashes. And the red light's flashing for that one, so let's go. Now the GoPro on my helmet, the battery's probably only good for 25 or 30 minutes. But I've got it plugged in. You'll be able to see through the Insta360. I've got a cord here, power cord, and it's attached to a power bank in my jacket. And I'm not too sure about this. I'll check it when I get to the Flying Bean, because this power bank, and normally the power bank that I have lasts all day. But I've discovered the last couple of times that the power bank's probably on the way out. It's 4 or 5 years old. It just dies unexpectedly, and that means the GoPro's relying on its battery, and after 25 minutes she's dead. But the funny thing is, I take the power bank home, plug it back in, and it says it's 3/4 full. And you know, it charges up half an hour later, it's 100%. I don't know what's going on. So, solution, buy a new power bank. Riding on Beechmont Road from Canungra to Beechmont, and we've got 12k road to go. This bridge here is new. Probably 5 years ago it opened up. It was, prior to that, you went right down to the waterline of the creek. It was like a ford. And as soon as it rained, it flooded. And depending on how much rain, it could be shut for hours or days. And there's another one coming up too. I'll show you that when we get there. It's like a lady's out hiking. She's got her camelback on, put on her. Got her earplugs in, listen to music or something. All this on the left is army land. And from time to time they have live firing. You don't have to worry about any rounds coming through this road because the live firing ranges are well away and they're shooting toward into embankments and all the rest of it, but it's all army land in there. There's a sign there, military range, boundary. Just up around the corner on the left there's a parking spot, and I'll show you. It'll have a gate. The gate will be shut. It'll be locked. There'll be probably signs saying you can't go in. Yeah, see, it's just wire fencing and all the rest of it, stop people getting in. But just in there, see the gate shut, trespassing prohibited. So what you used to be able to go in and park, and there'd be cars parked all along here. You might have 50 cars parked in summertime. And you'd walk down about 500 metres down a dirt track and you'd come to a river, a creek, probably a creek, not a river, a creek. And it had rapids and a large swimming hole and a small waterfall, and you could probably jump, be only 5 metres I guess from the top of the waterfall down into the swimming hole. A very popular swimming spot, and I've been down there with the grandkids, my son and the grandkids. And probably 5 years ago, not long after, probably a couple of months after I'd been there with the family, a young bloke about 18 to 19 jumped off from the top of the waterfall. Like I said, it's only 5 metres and it's a deep swimming hole at the bottom, and he went underwater and he never came up. Anyway, they started looking for him and they found him wedged under a rock at the bottom of the water, and he drowned. So they shut it, and it's never been open to the public since. So it was very, very sad, but anyway. Military training area ends, thank you. So what do we got? 7 kilometres to go to the Flying Bean Cafe at Beechmont. Now this is, we are now on top of the Beechmont Plateau, and this is an old extinct volcano from 50-60 million years ago, and the core or the plug is Mount Warning, and I'll show you Mount Warning. I mean, this was a super volcano. If you look at aerial shots, satellite shots, you can see the shape of the rim, the circular shape, bits of it, a lot of it's gone, weathered away. There's Mount Warning right in the distance. See that peak? I'll show you later. Just gives you an idea of how large this volcano was. And you get all the soil, it's all red, and everything grows. My late father-in-law used to say the only thing in Queensland that won't grow is what you don't plant. So you can see now we're up on top of the Beechmont Plateau, and we are going to head way over on the other side, and there's Mount Warning through there. this little bit of road here, you quite often, any time of the day, you'll see some little bush wallabies either side of the road. Generally they'll just sit there and chew on the grass and won't jump in front of you. I've never had one jump in front of me. I've seen a few of them run parallel to the road on either side, and they'll disappear either up to the left or off to the right. Luckily, I wouldn't want to meet any of them coming around the corner and hit them head on, but I always take it a bit slower around there because you just never know. Looks like we just got a bush turkey up here crossing the road. Oh, on the left he'll be. Don't know whether we'll pick him up. He's probably gone by now. He just went in here. Yeah, he's gone. He went in there somewhere. He's gone. Whoops. Let you go, mate, even though you're on a pushy. This is another place where people argue, who's got to give way and all the rest of it. Alright, so school time zone's finished at 9 AM and it is 9:26. A very pretty little school here on the left. Gracely Park. So that's Beechmont State School in there. Couldn't quite get a view of it. And it's been relocated, not sure how long ago now. I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 years ago. It used to be on the roundabout just here. I'll show you when we get around this corner. The school's still there. It's now more of a community centre, and there's the Headmaster's Cafe there. It sort of comes and goes with different business owners, the Headmaster's Cafe, which is disappointing because it's a nice location. So this is where you turn off, this is a roundabout, this is where you turn off to the right, go down to Binnerborough, which is about another 10k down. And that's the old school, and it's a community centre, and that's the Headmaster's Cafe, but I'm never quite sure whether it's open or shut. Sometimes it'll be open and then a month or two later it'll be shut. So anyway, just want to check the camera. Yep, still going. So I've been going for 50 minutes, so the GoCo battery is being powered by the power bank, which is good. Right. And that's the school, the Headmaster's residence, or the old residence for the Headmaster. So I've also got a drone video of Beechmont. Should go and check that out. It's, I actually flew the drone from the car park of the Headmaster's Cafe. It would be unbelievable the number of houses that's in there. You just have no idea until you have a look from above. Such a clear day today. Sometimes you can come up here and you get a bit of fog or mist or whatever, but today it's crystal clear. Should get some great views on the third part of the video, which is from the Flying Bean to Bob, bottom of Beechmont, and we'll check that. So the Flying Bean Cafe is 500 metres. I'll stop and reset the GPS when I get up here. Again, I'm not going to go into the Flying Bean Cafe. I've got plenty of videos of having coffee there. I've flown the drone here. You can check that video out. A few bikes here. So they're all stopping and having a coffee. Right, so I'm going to pull in here and we will continue. Alright, well that's part 2. I hope you enjoyed the part 2 from the Outpost Cafe to the Flying Bean. Don't forget to subscribe and share, you know the drill. Alright, so I'll catch you in part 3. Bye for now. So, go home. Okay.